Welcome to Cordy and Chad Cook by Country, the Mozambique edition, which is probably the most interesting flag that we have. You'll notice an AK-47, which stands for vigilance.
Excuse me, sir. I was wondering if you knew how to get to the beaches?
Yes, Mozambique is known for their beaches.
Do you know how to get there?
Yeah, it's a flight to the eastern side of Africa. Just if you were to leave Mozambique, Madagascar would be to the east of that.
Can you at least make me a drink?
I can make you a drink.
Fantastic.
All right, I am going to start tonight by making a Mozambique sunrise.
So, in case you didn't know, Mozambique doesn't have a whole lot happening there, but it does have good food with the Portuguese influence, and it has great beaches. The thing about the beaches, though, is you go to South Africa, there's infrastructure, you can get to the beaches easily, gorgeous. Mozambique is just north of South Africa on the eastern side of Africa. Gorgeous beaches, but zero infrastructure, so you have to like take crazy little planes and then like hour-long like pothole-ridden like dirt roads to get to these beaches.
Google, all you gotta do is Google Mozambique beaches and you're gonna be impressed.
So gorgeous. It puts Mexico to shame.
So what we're gonna make is a drink to start the night. And the drink is Mozambique Sunrise. It is not a Mozambique drink. We struggled to find any actual drink from Mozambique, although there are two beers that are award-winning beers from Mozambique, but they are not available in the United States, and I had no access to them. So, we're starting a Mozambique Sunrise. Here I'm going with squeezing a couple of fresh limes into it for fresh lime juice. Now, it says 3 ounces per drink for the lime juice.
That's a lot of lime juice.
It's a lot. I'm not going to go with that much because I think that they probably expected to use that
giant margarita glasses.
Or to use that lime mix, not really fresh lime juice. Fresh lime juice is pretty strong. So I'm going to use 1.5 limes into my little shaker here. And then I'm going to use the rest for garnish.
So the key to this is a lot like a margarita. So a margarita is, the margaritas I made a stone jug were tequila, triple sec, fresh lime juice, and agave. The key to a good margarita is just good ingredients. So a good tequila, fresh lime juice. Honestly, we don't have a good triple sec tonight because Contro is kind of expensive. So we've already got enough going into this.
Sure.
But then instead of the agave, what the Mozambique
salted the rim
sunrise does is it puts a framboise liqueur, which is a raspberry liqueur, as a sinker. So salted rim, which you do by just cutting a lime, getting the juice around the rim,
the outside. Yep.
Salt.
For sure. Oh, we have extra limes. Okay. Tequila. So it's mostly tequila. This drink is mostly tequila. I'm making 2, so we're going to put 4 ounces of tequila in here. I've had some bad experiences with tequila in my life, so we're going to stick with exactly 4 ounces.
Yes.
We're not going to overdo it.
My sophomore year of college, weekend in Purdue. Oh my gosh, a whole bottle of Jose. Oh. But I do like margaritas.
Bottle? You had a whole bottle. That's
Maybe
crazy.
it wasn't just me. But anyway.
All right. Triple sec, 1/2 ounce to 1 drink, but I'm going to do 1 ounce because
We have 2.
yes, and we are being cheap. Instead of using the Contro, we're using cheap triple sec. Instead of using the what is it, framboise?
It's framboise liqueur. It's just French for raspberry liqueur.
And we're using raspberry liqueur because it's cheaper. It's true.
You can make your own too, I saw online, but we didn't do that. We probably should have.
So I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to pour about 1/2 ounce in the bottom
perfect.
here.
Perfect.
About 1/2 ounce in the bottom there, just like that. Because I need it to be on the bottom, and since it's not framboise, I'm not sure it's going to sink as well because that's a thicker liqueur. Ice in my mixture of tequila, lime, and triple sec. I'm going to mix it around, and I'm going to see if I can float this and get a little bit of an effect of a sunrise going on.
So the reason like this drink came about in California, but it's inspired by the Mozambique. Oh yeah, that's not looking so hot.
Not really. I'll try the spoon the other way.
All right. So anyway, it's inspired by the Mozambique sunrises because again, these beaches in Mozambique are gorgeous. And when the sun rises, since it's on the East Coast, it's just supposed to be spectacular. So these are inspired by that. I'm pretty sure that the Mozambique sunrises don't look like garbage water. Next round, I'm going to try it my way.
It did not work the way that I thought it would work.
So Chance Floater didn't work.
It did not?
My
well,
guess.
There's a little bit there. I think the problem is the raspberry liqueur.
I think it needs to be made like a tequila sunrise where you just kind of pour it on the side and then it sinks.
Okay,
well, cheers. Here's to summer in February.
Summer, there you go. In the middle of a snowstorm. That's what's going on right now.
Yeah, so this looks like summer in a glass. Actually, hopefully it tastes like it. It doesn't look like it.
It's fantastic.
Oh.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
That raspberry liqueur is delicious.
Well, that's mostly alcohol. It doesn't taste it at all.
So even though I want you to be my pool boy bartender, I'm going to go slip into something a little more wintry and not so damp because it's kind of damp. And
before you do, let me explain Peri Peri chicken and then
we should start the dish. Well, can I go change and then we'll start the dish?
Well, we already did. So we have
did already start the dish.
I will explain and then she can change. Okay. So
I'm going to drink.
What we did is we're doing Peri Peri chicken tonight. Peri Peri sauce is what Mozambique is known for. And all you have to do is Google African cuisine and Peri Peri sauce is going to come up all over the place, which is why we picked Mozambique, the home of Peri Peri sauce. But the interesting thing is, we're making Mozambique chicken, and in order to make it work, we had to make the Peri Peri sauce last night.
Last night.
So now we just have to go back in time, back in time, back in time, back in time, back in time. And so, just like that, we have traveled back in time. We've figured out through the magic of video that we can move forward in time, or we can move back in time. So it's no longer Saturday night, it's Friday night here, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
I thought this had something to do with the country. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, just the magic of video. And we're not even drinking whatever we were drinking on Saturday night. No. Instead, we have hard kombucha. Is that how you pronounce that?
I think so, yeah.
Kombucha.
Yeah, I don't think it's kombucha. That would be weird. That sounds kind of dirty.
That's true.
Kombucha.
Oh, and by the way, normally we lock our cat in the basement when we do these shows. Man, we've forgotten. And she's playing with the light. So if the light seems to flicker or fall or something happens, it's the cat.
She might make an appearance too on the table.
There's a really good chance. We normally have to lock her in the basement because she's going to jump up here. All right, so the most important part of this entire dish has to be done the day before, which is why we moved back in time.
Which, by the way, we're in Mozambique today.
Today? Well, we said that yesterday. I mean tomorrow. Already.
So, welcome to Mozambique. They've got the wildest flag we've seen so far. It has a semi-automatic weapon on it and a book. So
we'll say that tomorrow. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. It kind of makes sense. All right. So the marinade for Peri Peri chicken. If you would put this chicken in this thing here. Now it actually says in a recipe we should use a Ziploc bag. I do not own a Ziploc bag big enough for over 3 pounds of chicken.
True.
I know.
I have to put the chicken in here?
If you would,
sure.
I'll make the marinade.
Okay.
So the marinade, I'm going to use this device. And I've switched on purpose because Courtney is a master of this thing called the food processor. And I am not.
I don't really know how you master it.
I am not a master.
You put the food in and you press pulse. It's about the easiest kitchen appliance ever. I love it.
Okay, that didn't work. Okay. Just
so,
pulse?
Yeah.
Is it right? Is it together right?
Yeah, if you turn it on, it just keeps going. But a lot of the time with the food processor, you just need to pulse.
Okay. So we're going to start with I'm not gonna do the hot peppers first, even though it says you should.
I can smell those by the way.
Red
They're strong.
peppers. Red peppers. A half a red pepper. That's half a red pepper.
The cat doesn't like the food processor.
Ooh, that's good. That'd scare her away. Okay. A quarter cup of an onion. I just used that much onion.
Okay.
This is kind of fun. Salt and pepper. Paprika. Now I feel like there should be some liquid in there. So I'm going to go to the lemon juice. This is 1 lemon I have already juiced.
Juice in the lemon.
Juice in the lemon. Okay, 2 peppers. This is a jalapeno pepper. And I know it's going to make me sneeze. This is a serrano pepper. And we're going to, as soon as I get this thing going, you wait. I can feel
Strong pepper, I know.
This is basil leaves. You're supposed to use 4 big ones. I've got about 6 medium ones instead. Basil.
I'm just gonna sit here and watch you tonight. If that's
This
okay.
is a
Sit and
teaspoon
drink.
of
I know.
oregano. Fresh. These are 4 cloves of garlic. All that goes in. I need a quarter cup of olive oil. And we're not sure we have a quarter cup of olive oil.
We have backup
So-
though. We have backup.
We have,
I think it's like exactly a quarter cup.
it's pretty much, yeah.
Seriously.
But it is too. And then this is the thing that Peri Peri chicken is really known for. Let me move some of this stuff over.
Sure.
Is coconut milk. And I have never used coconut milk ever. First, we're going to get this little blended up.
That down in there. Do you want to put the rest of the olive oil in or no?
Nah,
Alrighty.
I might use it on a salad.
Okay.
All right.
Put that on
I
there.
have a cup, and I'm going to open this to do this.
Yeah.
I got to scrape it down anyway. So I'm going to open it to put the half cup in.
And then you're going to want to put that lid thing on top so it doesn't splatter out. We really need to use
have
spatulas.
High quality spatulas in this house.
It's always
That's,
on my list and I
high
always
quality.
forget to pick them up.
So-
Alright, I should grab
funny.
like my grocery list right now and just add olive oil and spatulas to it.
Okay.
This smells so good. Like
It
this
does smell really good, really
smells
fresh.
like something that I would love to eat.
So a half a cup of coconut milk, which I probably should have used the quarter cup, so I'm going to have to add a little bit more. This isn't an exact science. I read quite a few recipes that they varied a little bit, but the ingredients were all fairly similar. All right. Should I put this back together?
Yeah, Chad always picks out our recipes, by the way. He sends them to me and I'm like, looks good. This one though looks, I'm digging it. I love coconut milk and these spices.
All right, we're going to be loud for a second. I think we're good.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
good.
it's okay if it's a little chunky.
I'll put this in the sink.
All right.
And then, this isn't going to fall apart on me, is it?
This thing
Uh-huh.
comes out.
You're going to take it out now? Should
Yeah.
I hold it over the sink while you do that?
No. There, done.
So I can pour it and it won't go through the little
Yes,
hole that I
you can
see?
pour it, Chad.
Okay.
It's good.
Over the
Pour it.
chicken.
Pour it. Man, that smells
It
delicious.
actually smells really good.
I know, I'm so excited. Those peppers.
The peppers were really strong,
Yeah,
but
look
everything
at
else seemed to cut it.
red
quite a bit.
pepper. Mmm.
Yeah, if I could put my nose in it and not like start sneezing, because that's what it'll do to me, we're good. Let me move this too.
Wow, gosh, that's awesome. Awesome.
So here is our chicken with all the peri peri sauce on it, and you're supposed to like mix it up in a bag. You think it'll work if I just seal this up and give
yeah,
it
just kind
give
of
it a
here.
good shuffle?
You take that side, I'll take this side.
We're gonna do this together. That was a really bad idea.
It's not working! Okay. I think it's working very well.
Now it
I
is.
think it's brilliant.
We're masters of this now.
This is weird.
We're good.
All right.
Okay, and that is it. And now we need to travel back in time to Saturday night.
That would be forward.
Forward in time to Saturday night. We'd end up on Thursday. Wouldn't even be the weekend. Forward in time to Saturday night.
All right.
Does that work?
Start calling you Doc for the rest of this show. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Can't wait.
Voila! And I think I said it right because Courtney was giving me crap that I say voila
It's not voila. It's
with a W.
voila. V-O-I-L-A.
Voila!
Ugh. Okay. Anyway, here we go. So we've got this chicken that has been marinating for like 24 hours now.
This is gonna be
I know
good.
if it wasn't raw chicken,
really
I'd be
gonna
like,
be
look at that.
Really
So
gonna be
good.
good. So
The peppers are so stinky and delicious.
This is gonna be great. So anyway, I have, and Courtney will attest to this, I like to grill chicken. But when I grill chicken, I like to bake it. I know that sounds crazy, but it takes forever to grill chicken. So I'd rather bake it and then get the grill flavor on it.
And then it's a crapshoot.
And
You
then
don't know
it's
if it's
good.
going to be done or not.
Yeah.
So like all that delicious grilling, you don't want it to be
You
raw,
wasted your
know?
time. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to grill it slightly, put it in this pan, and then we're going to bake it.
Mm-hmm.
So first up, this is our IKEA grill pan.
Oh, IKEA.
Ta-da!
We love you.
And I would love to be outside tonight, grilling it on the grill, which I actually discussed doing, but not gonna happen. There's a snowstorm out
when
there
you have a
today.
low of -8, it's probably not a good
Not gonna do
idea
it.
to
Yep.
grill.
So instead, I'm gonna get these really, really hot, and I'm going to brown each piece and then place it in this pan to eventually go into the oven. So let's try a few.
All right.
Let's see if we can hear the sizzle on the.
So stinky delicious. Well, you probably have to let it warm up before it sizzles.
I already kind of preheated it when
Oh,
we were
sweet.
changing your clothes.
Fantastic. Oh, yeah, it's sizzling.
Yep.
Sizzle, sizzle. So anyway, while Chad's starting to put those on the grill, I cut them off with my little intro there with the flag. So this is a Mozambique flag. It's the most interesting flag we've had so far because it has, over here in the red, a book, and then crossed over that book is a semi-automatic weapon and a shovel of sorts. So I don't know if that means like industry, military, and education.
That's what it means.
Is that what it means?
So it means.
I mean, obviously the symbols are pretty
means
straightforward, but
vigilance is what the AK-47 means.
seriously, it's an AK-47. Like,
Did you know Mozambique? This is a true fact. You can look it up for yourself. Mozambique is the only country with a modern weapon on their flag. There might be some swords and
I
spears.
believe it. When I saw it, when it came in, I was like, Chad, there's a machine gun on it.
So you'll like this. You know what the book is?
What?
Education.
Well, yeah, I just said that. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because they pride themselves in education because they want to
there's no
advance
room in there.
themselves. Okay.
Correct.
Did you overcrowd those?
It'll be fine. I'm just
Whatever.
browning it up.
And the
Rounding it
shovel,
up.
I'm guessing the shovel means industry?
No, it's a hoe. It means like farming.
Oh, agriculture.
Yeah, agriculture. And the colors mean something too. So green means
Prosperity.
the land and prosperity. Black means Africa.
Okay.
Yellow means peace. White meant something that I've already forgotten. And
Red?
rebellion, like being their own independent
Oh, yeah.
thing. Is what it means.
I know that their like most recent constitution was written, I think, in 2004. So yeah, I know that there's been a little bit of a rocky history. I mean, it's true. So anyway, the beaches of Africa, which I said earlier, are supposed to be phenomenal, just phenomenal. But the thing is, like I said, they don't have the infrastructure to get to them easily. So South Africa, absolutely known for its beaches as well.
I think
Solid
all of the
infrastructure.
African coast has good beaches.
Oh my gosh, I can't. It's definitely someplace I would love to go. I would love to go on safari. I would love to go to the beaches there. I mean,
Who wouldn't like to go on safari?
Kilimanjaro, I would love to go visit.
Climb it. Where is? I'd like to climb it, but where is Kilimanjaro?
You'd like to climb it?
Climb it.
Oh.
Climb it.
I'm like, you'd like to climb it?
Where is? Sorry, not climb it. Not climb it like climate change. Climb it like climb it
I
the
should
mountain.
know this.
Climb the mountain.
Oh, now I brought it up and I don't even know.
I know.
It's not like Zimbabwe, is it?
This would have been better with a real grill. I'm getting too much juices. Anyway, I'm going to brown this. And it's going to take a little bit to brown it before we put it in the oven. So,
We're going to finish grilling. We'll show you the pan when it's ready to go in the oven. Again, the magic of video.
we're grilled a little. It's not perfect. I would have preferred to have it out on the grill over fire, but not bad for the middle of a snowstorm in early February.
It does look good, but grilling would be
It does, yeah.
so yummy. I love charcoal grills.
It is definitely a recipe we will revisit in the summer.
Oh yeah.
I'm wrapping it in foil, I'm putting it in the oven, and it's probably going to be at least 45 minutes in the oven, if not an hour. Now here's something strange that you never see, ever. If you marinate things, you know this. You're supposed to keep the marinade as a sauce. I haven't come across this. I really wish I had a better spatula.
I know,
but I don't.
this damn spatula.
And you take the rest of the marinade and it becomes this sauce. I'm just going to drop it in the bottom of this pan. I
Oh.
should have used a smaller pan.
So excited with all the chili peppers and
It is
coconut
going
milk.
to be
it's gonna be so
delicious.
good. So how do you make it? You put it in the pan.
And
Are you just gonna make it later before we eat the chicken?
I'm going to
so
put it on
fresh?
super low and just let it simmer, and then we will we'll let all the flavors mingle into a sauce while we cook.
Do you add anything to it?
No.
You just cook it up.
That's it.
Cook off all those like raw chicken
It's on the lowest of low. I'll turn it up just before it's time to serve.
to make sure that the raw chicken is cooked out of that.
That's right, exactly.
That makes me a little nervous.
That is exactly right, to make sure that the raw chicken is cooked out of it, which is why you normally don't use a marinade as a sauce.
Alright, so we're gonna cook this chicken. We'll be back in a moment to make another drink, talk about Mozambique. Alright, so Chad made his dirty river water looking Mozambique sunrise.
Wait, let me. It was dirty river water, delicious Mozambique.
It was
sunrise.
really good.
Very good.
I don't think anything could be bad that has raspberry liqueur in it.
Probably
So
correct.
I'm going to make, or try and make, a version that looks more like the sunrise.
Okay.
So I'm going to again add your 4 ounces of tequila, 2 ounces of triple sec,
Correct.
or did you add an ounce?
1 ounce, but you can do 2.
1 ounce of triple sec.
That's our
Cherry
dog.
poppers. And then I'm going to kind of try, I wish I had a pourer, a spout, a spigot, whatever you want to call it. But then I'm going to kind of pour the raspberry liqueur around and see what happens.
Yeah, I think our raspberry liqueur is just. We bought the cheap stuff. It's a little thin. I don't know that it'll.
It's the second from the bottom.
So while you do that, I'm going to ask you questions of Mozambique. Are you ready?
Sure.
If Mozambique was a word you spelled in Scrabble, how many points would it be worth?
Oh, the Z's worth 10, the O's worth 1, the M's
She
probably
knows
worth
this.
4, so that's 15, 16, 20, 32, 3, 37.
34 points.
Dang it, I was so close.
It is the highest scoring country name in Scrabble.
But you can't
I know you can't use it.
use proper nouns.
But if it was, it would be. I understand.
I love
You're breaking
Scrabble.
the rules of Scrabble.
I always win in our house.
Next would be Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan. I don't even know where that is. We're going to have to look that one up.
Sure.
All right.
Eek.
How many countries, other than Mozambique, use every vowel in their one country word name?
How many countries of the world? Use every vowel?
Every vowel. Mozambique has every vowel in it. How many countries use every vowel
Besides Mozambique?
besides Mozambique?
0.
Correct!
That's an easy question.
Yes,
like I feel like
0.
you're setting me up for that one.
Only Mozambique. I already told you this. What's the official language in Mozambique?
The official language is from Paraguay. Or sorry, Portugal. Portuguese.
Portuguese. Correct. Correct. How many Olympic medals has Mozambique won in its history as a country?
I'm gonna say 5.
2, both by the same person who was a lady. Her name was Marie de Lourdes Mutola.
I like that you called her a lady.
She was a lady, correct.
A lady. She a fancy lady?
What percentage of people that live in Mozambique are under 17?
It has a high mortality rate because of AIDS as well as malnutrition and other things. So what percentage is under 17?
Of the country is under 17.
I'm going to say 52%.
It's more than half. You're probably right. More than half. Yes, yes. And speaking of which, more than half of the women in Mozambique have had a child by what age?
14.
14? 19. 19.
They're able to have children by then. I mean,
Poaching rhinoceroses in Mozambique have made them extinct in Mozambique how many times?
Mine's already looking better than yours.
It is.
What'd you say? I'm sorry. I was
Poaching rhinoceroses in Mozambique have made them extinct in Mozambique how many times?
What do you mean, how many times?
Yeah, how many times they've been made extinct?
This is a confusing question.
It sort of is.
50?
3 times they've been extinct and they brought them back to the country. Did I already tell you Mozambique is the only one that has every vowel? I think I already did that.
Yep.
So, and I don't understand this little fact. Perhaps you have an insight
There's a lot
into it.
of, we should have put a little bit less.
So,
All right, continue.
Mozambique is the only country in the Commonwealth. What is the Commonwealth?
The Commonwealth of Nations?
The Commonwealth of Africa.
Wait. I know this from the Crown.
Okay.
So I believe the Commonwealth is made up of around 14 countries. And it's, so, Queen Elizabeth II's father, what was his, King Henry?
You're asking me.
So
She's
anyway,
asking me.
Queen Elizabeth II's father, I know this from the Crown. So he established this, I want to say in like the 30s or the 40s. And it was like Queen Elizabeth's like greatest like goal when she took over the crown in the 50s to continue the Commonwealth. Somewhere between 14 to 28 nations, and they kind of work together.
It is the only country in the Commonwealth to have never been part of the British Empire. So I don't think what you just told me is correct.
But it has to do with the British Crown.
Joe, we're about to go into
You need to watch
video.
The Crown, Chad. I'm telling you.
Love
it.
I'm moving on from that. These look like they're going to be yummy. I'm a little concerned that you never squeezed a lime once.
There's no lime juice. Why don't you tell me these things?
Well, because I didn't want to ruin it and make it river water. Oh, look, it's looking like river water.
I like to use fresh lime in mine. Freshly squeezed. Chad.
Okay, if you say so.
Keep your douchebaggery to yourself, Chad Hannon.
It is getting a little, yeah.
Look how classy my Mozambique sunrise looks
compared to mine.
to your Mississippi River sunrise.
Mine had 2 full limes in it.
You're hanging out in Rock Island, Illinois. I'm hanging out on the beaches of Mozambique.
Okay, if you say so. What's wrong with Rock Island? Let's finish.
Is that a
this
comparison you want to make?
Oh, she's garnishing now. Which one was even mine?
I'm sorry. We have 2 children. You have my cooties.
No, I know, but I'm just wondering which one was mine. Okay, so we're going to enjoy our beverages and wait for the chicken to cook, and we'll be back.
We'll be back. All right, so Chad's finished the chicken. It's in here. It's a little warm still. I mean, it looks amazing. It's sitting in its juices. So
Peri chicken.
I think this summer it's going to be even better on the grill. But we're about to try it. We made up some more drinks. We've got our peri chicken.
Chicken thigh or leg?
I like the dark meat. Give me a leg and a thigh.
Leg and a thigh.
Yeah, I'll try a little bit of both.
Leg. Yeah, that's why I grabbed the chicken breast.
I know,
I'm
it's huge.
definitely the white meat
You like
guy.
the white meat, I like the dark meat.
Yep.
All right.
We'll sit that right there.
Ooh, excuse me.
We did cook up a little bit of the marinade as a sauce. I'm going to go ahead and put some on my chicken.
I am too. I think the sauce might have needed a little bit more coconut milk
We're not sure.
to make it saucy. This is
We're
kind
not
of
sure.
thick. It's like basically just the chili
It's like a paste
leftover.
you're putting on it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's definitely been cooking for a while, so it cooked out all of those meat.
Our dog is outside
Raw
and
meat juices.
barking to get back in. Not sure if you can hear that.
No, he's just barking. All right, so here we go. I think next time we make this too, we need to look up some sort of like African rice to go with it or something.
I thought the same thing, but one thing at a time. One step at a time.
One thing at a time. Okay, ready? Cheers. Looks delicious.
I'm waiting for everything to hit me.
Yeah, the spices come through afterwards. Yeah, it's just peppery.
This is dinner. This is dinner. I like this.
It's peppery and seasoned. I don't know.
Let me try some of the grilled skin as well.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's nothing too drastic.
It's really not. It's very subtle.
I expected a
not too
whole
sweet.
lot more.
It's not too sweet. It's not too spicy.
For like 2 chili peppers and a red pepper,
Mm-hmm.
there's not a whole lot of spice. I mean, it's starting to build. If you don't like any spice, if you're like super sensitive to spice, you wouldn't like this. Because it is building, but mildly. Oh, it's just a really yummy chicken.
Yeah.
Like seriously, it just needs to be over like.
You can
some sort
tell by how we're not just digging in, how we really don't like it.
of- Like you put it over like a basmati rice or jasmine rice. It'd be so good. I mean,
This
it is
is
really good.
This is good.
All right, so we should probably stop eating. We should probably let Airy Peppers in.
Our dog is barking outside the door.
It's cold outside.
Yeah.
So, delicious, wonderful chicken. Cheers. Here's to.
So we're on episode 7. I never thought we'd ever get to episode 3. People think we're crazy for doing this. Thank you for joining us in our crazy. Thank you for letting us be crazy and try this recipe. Oh
Seriously.
my gosh.
Here's to a warm, beach-like sunrise sometime in the near future. Cheers, you guys. We'll see you next time.
Oh, this drink is perfect with this.
It is really good.
Yeah.
Airy
Adios.
Peppers.
We're going to let our dog in. You guys have a nice night.
Good night, you guys. So good. So good.